Hi, this is Penny once again, and today I have a very special guest, a special friend who I met 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, Barbara from Switzerland, and I met her when we were both students of the International Coach Academy, and she was my peer coach, and she was my peer coach in spirituality. And I'm very excited that she said yes because this is the first time we're seeing each other in not in person, but with faces. Before it was just voice, but now we're seeing each other. So Barbara, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, thank you so much, Penny, for inviting me. It is lovely to see your face exactly. In that 10 years ago, that's when we met, and I used to coach you by phone, right? And
Yes.
it worked really well, right? But thank God now we can see each other. And I want to tell people my name is Barbara, and I am an expert at helping women who are too nice become absolutely, unapologetically, incredibly kick ass.
Wow, I love that. Women who can kick ass. You have to talk to a lot of Filipino women.
Yes, oh my goodness, Penny, absolutely, right?
Yes.
Especially in our cultures, like me too, right? I come from Latin America, chauvinistic cultures,
Yeah.
where systematically women think they are below men. Men are here, women are there, and that's not healthy. Even for the man is not healthy because actually men then have so much load on themselves, right? No, what you want is an equal partnership where we are each is supporting the other. So it's a big mission, but I love it.
Oh, I love your mission. I'll join you in that mission.
Great.
So exciting. So I'm just curious, Barbara, how are you in Switzerland with all this? We don't connect, and all of a sudden we're connecting because many people are just at home. How is Switzerland doing? You are doing, and which part of Switzerland with this virus, COVID virus epidemic, pandemic? How are you there?
Actually, I mean, we are advised not to go out of our homes. It's not as strict as in France, for example, that if you go out and you don't have an excuse for going out, you get a fine. Like we're not at that stage in Switzerland. They haven't taken it to that extreme. But people by and large stay at home. We are totally in lockdown. We only go out to go to the supermarket or to walk our dog. We're allowed to do that. And when I go out, Penny, I see people out and about, but they're just not congregating in groups. But you see a couple, walking around, taking their dogs out or, walking out just to get a relief, right, from not going crazy being indoors. So I have to say personally, Penny, I am loving this time. I know I might shock a lot of people, but I am loving this time because
Why? How?
because I love that we've gone back to basics. I have my little family around me, my partner and my daughter. She had to come back from Amsterdam from her university because it closed, obviously. And so my son is still in south of France. Okay, he's not with me, but still, it's like we are here. My partner's sons come as well. We do games together that we never did before, board games. We've set up in the living room. My partner has set up like a makeshift gym because he likes to train. Yeah, so he's training with his son. And I just find it, and I told him, look, you have a keyboard. Let's put the keyboard out as well in the living room. And I just feel, Penny, that how everybody was so complaining that we're so disconnected now that, this virtual world, we're so disconnected. We're on our phones, but we don't connect now. Lord, thank you. You've given us an opportunity to connect. So now we're in the same room, we're talking, we're doing stuff together, and I just find it wonderful. Really. I know there are people dying and that is sad, but there were always people dying. And as a coach, we're experts at changing perspectives and seeing what is good about this situation. And I can see so much good.
Uh, and then that's why I asked to talk to you because you see so much good in things that many people see. Like, I'm bored, I have nothing to do. Bored. Like, what would you suggest people who are locked down like us? what can they do?
Yeah, great question, Penny. You know what? If you're bored, it's because you're only seeing the negative in the situation. It's because you're not tapping into yourself. You know how I see this time, Penny, as the greatest gift of time we have been given. Because now we've gotten rid of all the superfluous activities, the normal activities, maybe going to the bar, seeing friends, or going shopping for things that we don't even need. We've now nature has taken all those superfluous things. We're left with the basics. And personally, me, I'm like, wow, things that I always wanted to do with my business, like I wanted to create marketing funnels because I my bachelor's was in computer science. So I have these two sides. I'm a coach, but I also like technology, right? So I said, oh my God, I've always wanted to create marketing, funnels, digital funnels. Hello, now is the perfect time to do that, right?
Yeah.
So I want to tell everyone, I am 100% sure there are things that you always wanted to do, but you never thought you had the time to do it. Now is the time. And Penny, and through the internet, I mean, we have access to an infinite amount of information and possibilities. So I think this is, oh my God, I really am rejoicing in this period of time.
You're one of the few in a million, who is rejoicing with what's happening. But you're right. There's so much possibilities and so much learning in the internet, and now they're giving it for free.
Exactly, Penny. No, Penny, when we read that, who was it like this? Newton, I think I read, came up with his theory of whatever, the law of gravity or whatever, during a period of quarantine, because exactly when we remove the superfluous, then we can really focus, a Penny, on something important. And that's part of the problem that we have in modern society now, that we're so distracted, right? Distracted in tiny, unimportant things. I like this quote from Tony Robbins. He says, many people major in minor things.
Oh,
Many people major in minor things, right? What good is it when you are busy with the tons of stupid messages on Instagram, or on Facebook, but in the end, you haven't gained expertise in anything, right? You haven't improved yourself. Now is the time. So if there's a book you wanted to write, oh my gosh, this is the perfect time. If there's a funnel you wanted to build, now is the perfect time. No, I love it. And also, Penny, I wanted to add that this is what we've also lost. Children, when they are in an uncertain situation, they're excited because it's an adventure, right, Penny? To me, this is an adventure because an adventure is you're entering into something that you don't know exactly what's going to happen. So you have two choices. If you imagine something bad, of course you're going to be afraid. Oh my God, but this bad is going to happen, so I'm afraid. But if you imagine, why not something good? Then you're excited. And this is where I am. And we know as coaches, we are creating a reality. So I'm creating something amazing out of this. Sorry, but I am.
I'm sure you are. You are creating something for us. It may be that we're more busy now than we were before the lockdown, before this virus came about, because there's so much possibilities for us to do and for us to reinvent ourselves. And that
Yes,
is what you're doing as well.
yes, exactly, Penny. I tell people, look, I'm so blessed to have this the profession of coach. Right now, I have more business than ever, and my activity is not impacted because I coach on video, like I'm talking to you now. And so, yes, very good point, Penny. So, people who maybe you have another activity, now is the time where you can reinvent yourself. You can get a training in absolutely anything online now. We train coaches. I am part of Noble Manhattan. So we have online training for people who want to become coaches. This is the absolute best time.
No, no, there's no excuse not to do it, right?
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
So, so the question is, will they do it? Will not you, not me, but the others? Will they do what they want to do? Will they start doing what they want to start to do? Now is
You
the
Yeah, Penny, this is a really deep question, actually. This is part of my work as a coach. I wouldn't say I'm the traditional coach because I really, my work is more between coach and therapy. And this is what I help people figure out is what is your subconscious belief? Because Penny, our behavior is linked to our belief. An example, if I think I cannot succeed and I'm going to fail, I'm not even going to try. Or I'm going to put my worst foot forward, right? Because I'm like, I don't even want the opportunity because I'm afraid I'm going to fail. So when you say, do people want it? Sure, part of them want it. But if underneath that, subconsciously, they're afraid they're going to fail, right? Or they've been taught, they believed when they were young, you're not good enough, right? Then they're not going to do it. They're going to sabotage themselves, right? So, and I want to tell people, if you're in this situation, don't stay like that. If you realize, my God, I don't know what's always blocking me, seek help. Get a coach, get a therapist, get a friend, get a mentor, get somebody to get you out of your head and into a different space.
And that's a question that I'd like to ask you because I was just talking to someone exactly in that situation earlier. She was my coachee, but we already stopped. We already finished our sessions, but I still reach out to everyone. And she was saying, I'm not good enough for this new job that I have. I don't think I have the skill. I think I oversold myself during the hiring process. My manager said, what did you say in the recruitment process that made me hire you, but then now don't know all these things? So she's starting to question herself. What advice can you give her or people who think that way, especially with this situation that they might lose their jobs?
Penny, I don't give people advice. Advice is something so mental, goes through one in through one ear, out the other. What I do is take that person on a session, and I guarantee you, Penny, this thought that she's not good enough, that she's not capable enough, comes from a specific moment of her life when she was very little. My job, what I do is I take people to discover that specific moment, and then we solve it. Because Penny, what happens is she went through a situation and she started to believe a lie. Oh, I'm not good enough. When we revisit the situation and then people see it for what it was, and they realize, oh my God, I've been believing a lie all my life. So when I see people, for example, in panic now, Penny, I know it's not the virus that is making them go in panic. No, the virus is triggering an old trauma out there, something that was lodged in them when they were very little. So that's my work, is go there and extract it. And for this, Penny, I always mention the Bible. There's a line in the Bible that I love that says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And this is it. When people find out the truth, oh my gosh, they are set free. It's like there's an energy shift, instant shift in people. And this is why I'm in love with my profession.
Why I love what you just said about finding that moment in your life that triggered that I am not good enough. And
Yes.
and usually you're right, it's in the childhood.
Always, Penny, and that's why they are called the formative years, because our brain is forming itself, and then an emotional trauma just gets really ingrained in our brains. And so even you can have somebody, Penny, telling you every day, oh, you're good, you're good, you're good, but this is at the conscious level. At the subconscious level, there's the belief, no, you're not good enough, no, you're not good enough, and the subconscious will always win over the conscious.
Okay. And that requires a coach, a therapist, and an NLP. I know NLP does this as well, an NLP practitioner.
Yes.
And this really is amazing, the work that you do, especially if you do it for women.
Yes, Penny, exactly. Because women, we need to be lifted. We have been abused. We have been ignored. We have been really neglected for centuries and millennia, right? Because physically, we are weaker than men. So men have taken advantage of this physical strength. But the world we have created is not the most beautiful world we can. I believe, just like in my partnership now I have a partner who treats me as his equal. and we are building something beautiful because we need each other.
Mhm.
In countries and cultures where the man thinks he's here and the woman is there, the man is barking orders, the woman is being afraid, this is not optimal. Actually, this does not create the best. When we are like this, I believe this was God's design from the beginning, right? When we are in partnerships, then we truly support each other, build each other up. It is what we can create in a relationship like that is amazing.
I love what you do. I love what you do. You need to come to the Philippines.
Yes, yes, I would love that.
Come to the Philippines to visit us and give us talk to empower more women. We do have a lot of women leaders here, but there are some basically in the and in the AB economic class. They're good women already. They can stand up, but in the lower level, the lower social class, still abused, still being looked down upon. That's why there's a lot of talks about diversity and making sure that women stand out. So
Yes, Penny. And I wanted to add, Penny, that it's amazing because I come from Latin America, so you expected there that there's this inequality. But I've been surprised that even in a country like Switzerland, you find still a lot of inequality, Penny. And men really believing that they are better than women and holding women down and dominating women. And it's, oh my God, what a burden for the man. You know, what a burden that you have to dominate somebody and make sure she's not challenging you. It's so ridiculous. I'm so blessed, Penny, that I am now with a man from Scandinavia. And in Scandinavia, it's the opposite, Penny. Like men and women are truly equal. And so before in my marriage, and when I was married, my husband didn't want to hear my opinion. If I would give it to him, and then he would try to, no, no. It was a fight. Now my partner is like, he wants my opinion. Wait, I want to know what you think, and let's come up together with this, and we have to make this decision together. And I think that's so smart of him because now he's uploading a lot of the responsibility on my shoulders, and now we're carrying the responsibility on four shoulders, not just on two. So I think, men, listen, you have so much more to gain when you start seeing women as your equals and helping you share the responsibility. Wow.
oh, I love it. I love what you're saying. This is beyond the epidemic, beyond the pandemic. This is life. This is life. Where men and women are really equals.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Let's create that together.
Oh, I love it. So given as you mentioned for us, especially for women, there's a lot of opportunities now that we can upskill ourselves and learn something new and have a coach or have a mentor or find what's that that instance in our life when we say we're not good enough. How do we how do you suggest that they do what can they do to go about that, to go about finding that moment in their life? Is it only through coaching?
Honestly, Penny, oh, I guess you could do it through introspection, but doing going about it on our own, Penny, is just gonna take so much longer. You know, I suggest if you want a shortcut, if you really want to change fast, get outside help because the head, the mind that created the problem, they say, is not the mind that can solve it, right? Because we are like inside this little bubble, we see things the same way. Get a coach there, get a therapist. There are so many people out there to help you get out, solve these subconscious beliefs, because Penny, the beauty is when you can heal that subconscious belief and learn the truth, your behavior will change automatically. You see, that's the beauty. You don't have to be like doing affirmations or reminding yourself. No, because once you change the belief, the behavior changes accordingly. And I have to say to women that think, no, I have to gain more skills and I have to do one more education. I can tell you this, Penny, it doesn't help much because I was somebody, imagine I come from the Dominican Republic, but I had a bachelor's in computer science from the US. which I had been given through a full scholarship. Then I had an MBA from Scotland that I had received through a full scholarship. I had even studied in China, Penny, and I still, part of me didn't think I was good enough. Still in relationships, Penny, I still thought, no, the man knows more. No, oh my God, I have to submit to the man. No, oh my God, finances, he has to manage them because I don't know nothing about finances, you know? So Penny, no, it's something at a deeper level. When you solve that at a deeper level, you don't need all those degrees. You don't need that. The belief is the most powerful force in the universe.
I believe what you say. It's part of Jack's success principles. Believe in yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So heal your traumas so you can believe in yourself easily, naturally, automatically.
Oh, I love it. I love what you do. Again, you need to come to the Philippines.
Yes, yes.
You need to come to the Philippines.
I would love that.
I'll host your I'll host you here and talk, you'd be a wonderful speaker for women empowerment.
Yes, I would love that. Penny, let's make that a reality. Let's start organizing a conference. Yes, we know that. You know, Penny, this is a dream I've already sent to the universe, to God. I want to travel all over the world speaking to women, exactly, changing their beliefs from the root up and creating a different reality for themselves. So, yes, let's work on this, Penny. Let's make it a reality.
It's a reality because women are equal to men. Actually, women are better than men. I didn't want my husband to hear that because I know he believes that already.
Yes, no, and nobody's better than anybody, right? We need each other. We need
Oh yeah,
each other. And the best synergies is when we treat each other as equals. So
exactly.
let's work for such a future. Yeah.
Okay, and after all this uh, pandemic is over, we can't even predict what will happen. But there is an end. This too shall pass, right?
Absolutely. In opinion, that's part of why I'm so positive because, human beings, we tend to see this little point in time. When we look at the whole history of humanity, how many obstacles have we been able to surmount? How many difficulties have we been able to solve? How many problems we've been able to do, to solve and get rid of? So, Penny, we are amazing creatures. And when we look at the forest instead of the tree, when we have the viewpoint of the eagle instead of the chicken, then we are at peace because we can say, like you said, this too shall pass. We are more amazing than we can dare to believe. We have been made in the image of God, and that is amazing.
That, I love it. We're created, made in the image of God. And with this, what's happening, we're not forced to, but now we're saying we need to go back to basics and go back to God.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So thank you, Barbara. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to people who are watching this conversation that we're having?
Yes, yeah. To end, I would like to say, listen, what is happening, see it as excitement. My God, if anything else, you have been shaken out of your same routine of worrying about the same things. Think about this, is not that you were happy before, your life was not perfect before this virus. No, you were just worrying about different things. So now see this as, oh, thank God, I'm out of this routine doing the same things like a robot, an automatic pilot. Now it's like a whole new world. It's an adventure, and our inner child loves adventure. So see it as that and say, oh, wow, what do I want to create out of this adventure? Because I'm a creator. This is what we are. We are creators. So what do you want to create?
Oh, that's making me think. What do I want to create? I know. I know a lot of conversations
Wonderful, Penny.
around the world. And
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you for saying yes. I don't know if you can hear the rooster and the ambulance by. So that's the sound of the streets in Manila.
Oh,
So there's a rooster, the neighbor, the ambulance was passing, the trucks were passing. Only those with allowed passes are able to fly the streets already. So
yeah.
again, we have going back to basics, and everything now that we do, we lift it, we lift it up to the Lord, to God, because at the end we have to have faith, not fear.
Absolutely. And it's our choice every day, every second of the day, Penny, with every thought that we think, we're choosing faith or fear. Every thought is either faith or fear. Choose faith, create something beautiful.
Exactly. So once again, thank you very much. And from Manila to Switzerland, I send you a virtual hug. Hug,
Uh,
hug.
I receive it.
Yeah. And
Thank you, Penny. Oh, thank you, Penny, for having me. This has been wonderful, a long overdue conversation. Thank you. And thank you for doing this, Penny, because with this, you are helping humanity. You are putting your grain of sand to help humanity in these times. Thank you, Penny.
so thank you from Manila to Switzerland with love and kisses to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.